I don't know if that so ridiculous. I don't know how this is gonna work. What is new? I have like motorcycles going by. I have like suitcases stacked up on a futon, and then this little thingy that's holding up the phone, and it feels dark, but like I don't know how I feel about that. Hold on, look at it. Every time I move, the suitcases move. Whatever. I want a little more light. Doesn't that feel dangerous though? Whoa, I like it. I'm gonna do it like this. Oh my god, I love it. Okay, I also have two dogs like laying right here, so they're moving suitcases too. This is what I want to do really bad. I want to. All my life, I've sort of struggled with understanding what being psychic or prophetic meant, and what it meant in relationship to myself. And I think I think I'm a little bit. I think I have a little bit of that going through my bloodstream, and it really became clear tonight, and this is how. Today, this evening. This is so good. Okay, I had a dream last night. Okay, where do I start this? I had a dream last night while I was sleeping about Jello. Really, truly. And I was eating Jello with my kids. We were eating Jello. We were just like eating Jello. And it was so good, and I like loved eating it. But even in the dream, I was like, why am I dreaming right now about eating Jello? Why am I eating? I mean, why am I eating about my dream? Is what I was gonna say. It's perfect. But no, I was really savoring this like eating Jello with my kids. So this afternoon, and that's not one of those dreams I necessarily held on to in any way whatsoever. But apparently, it was held on to in some capacity because unintentionally. This afternoon, my dad took my daughters out to the bookstore and to do some things, run some errands, and he came back, and they came back together, obviously. That's a whole other story about a joke he always plays about how he forgot the kids, and he comes in the house by himself, and he's like, hey, I'm back, and he does this whole spiel. And like, yeah, I just am watching him because I used to do this with him, and my mom would always freak out like, where's Megan? And I was like, who are you doing this with right now? It's just me here right now. But he totally tried to do it like he left the kids. I'm amusing myself again. What else are you gonna do? So he came back, and he finally then went outside and retrieved the children where he had left them in the car to play this prank that whatever. So my mom gets out. She was in the shower at the time, so she gets out of the shower, and everyone's just sort of settling back in, and I'm continuing to make this sewing backpack with my mom, and they start to get in a conversation about what they did while they were out, besides Barnes and Noble, because she's catching up after she gets out of the shower or whatever. And he's like, well, we went, we did this, we did that, we got this, we got that, and then we went and we got Jello. And I am endlessly baffled, amazed, and mystified by the depth of human, I guess, consciousness, and my own revelations and my own realizations and my own moments of understanding how something here can be associated with something there, and my own, I guess, voyage through processing my reality. But it was this moment, I'm not joking, where my dad said he went out and bought JellO. That this whole dream came flooding back. And my feeling about the dream, like my feeling within the dream of going, why am I dreaming about eating JellO right now? Like, I'm savoring eating JellO right now. And why is this my dream? And I was like, I just like dropped the scissors and was like, did you just say you just got JellO with my children, my daughters? You went and bought JellO with them. And he was like, yeah, they, wanted JellO, and I thought it would be good for their throats because we're all we have a bit of a bug right now. And I was like, my dad just went out and bought JellO for my kids. And I understand why I was having this JellO dream. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, of all the magical things in this world, sometimes it's the most simple and true, magical connection that is the most potent to realize. And suddenly it makes the most mysterious things feel and be so real, like prophecy or intuition, really. And it all comes down to JellO. Fucking motherfucker. For me. Anyways, I didn't want to title this piece JellO because I thought it would give it away. And I really am just rambling because, I just want to appear because, it's been a while, but I miss people. I miss a lot of people. And I'm sort of dying for my PJ right now because what's new? And I sound like I'm making such a fool of myself. I'm a broken record, but you see, I don't want to wait months anymore, and I can't do that. I feel like I am so close, and this is how I can get there as best I can right now, and reach the people that I love and who are supporting me, who are not in front of me, who are a part of this, just as deeply as I am. So let's just try to close this out somehow with some random activity, right? Like, I got an idea. I think I'm going to randomly pick or turn toward two separate, random pages in two different books that I picked. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. And read something. Oh my God. And as I'm like saying I'm going to do that, I pick up the first book you just saw, David Lynch, Catching the Big Fish, Meditation, Consciousness, and Creativity. And I did you saw that, I hope, open a page. It wasn't the page I intended to open to. I was just, my hands were just moving while I was speaking. But I did, and I turned to page 70, and I see it, all of this, right now. My God. JellO. So I'm going to read this page, and then 71 is rehearsal and more win. Maybe I'll just read this. Maybe I'll just read these two pages. This is unreal. I've looked at this book in the past. I've looked at this book over the past few days, but I've not read any of it. Not read any of it. Just looked at it. So page 70 in, David Lynch, Catching the Big Fish. Fuck. Here we go. It. Period. Then Dennis called and said, I have to play Frank because I am Frank. That thrilled me and scared me. This isn't happening. Oh my God. Sorry, dude. Wow. Hold up. Jello. Okay. Don't get lost in it. Just go. Sometimes I'll have somebody in mind from the beginning. There's a character in Mulholland Drive that worked that way. It was about 7:30 in the evening, and I was dictating to my assistant, this beautiful woman. And I started talking in a funny way. I started talking like the cowboy in Mulholland Drive. He just came walking out. I realized after I'd gone on for a while that my friend Monty Montgomery would be perfect for that. And he's not even an actor. Though he is an actor, really. He's a very great actor, but he married to that part. Wow. There are some actors I return to. Kyle MacLachlan, oh my God. For instance, I like Kyle, and maybe he's kind of an alter ego. But the rule of thumb, obviously, is to get the right person for the role. And that's what you go for. So the thing is, even though Kyle is my friend, if he's not right for the part, unfortunately, he doesn't get the part. What's also really interesting is that when you work with somebody, you pick that person for a particular role. But then during lunch or something, you see another side of that person. Lunch. And you remember that. So if there's another role that comes up and somebody says, well, Kyle couldn't do that, you may remember this side of him and say, yes, he could. Page 71, rehearsal. When you rehearse, it doesn't matter where you start. You get your actors together and you just pick a scene that defines the characters in your mind, and you have the rehearsal. And wherever it is, the thing may be all over the place. Then you talk. Often the talking doesn't appear to make much sense, but it does to me and to whomever I'm talking with. You can feel it making sense. So the next time you rehearse, things may be a little bit closer. There's no bit, I just added that, sorry David. And closer still the next time. There's a lot of talking, especially at first. You can say many things, sometimes strange and stupid words, but such a dork. But you develop these little codes with certain actors or actresses. For example, more wind means more mystery. It's a weird thing. Yeah, really. Oh my gosh. Yet little by little, just by moving your hand or saying some word a person says, okay. And actors, at a certain point in early rehearsals, catch on. And then they're rolling. Oh my God. And all their talent can go down the right track. God. Sorry, my heart. The same holds true with everyone you work with. When people say rehearsal there, ... And I'll just say they're talking about home. Closer. I'm sorry. I thought it was all gonna be fun. I mean, not that this isn't fun. I just, no. And how the process of diving within that has so deeply affected his own work can directly benefit others. Yeah. So true of all of us, you know. I thought it was gonna be just fun and stimulating and like, it's just all so much more even. I just turned to page 95 right now. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Pink. And stress in this world. So it just makes sense to nurture the place where that strength and clarity and energy come from, to dive in and enliven it. It's a strange thing, but it's true in my experience. Bliss is like a flak jacket. It's a protecting thing. If you have enough bliss, it's invincibility. And when those negative things start lifting, you can catch more ideas and see them with greater understanding. You can get fired up more easily. Oh my gosh. You've got more energy, more clarity. And then you can really go to work and translate those ideas into one medium or another. I'm scared to turn it to any more pages in that book. I see. David Lynch, wherever you are in this world, from me to you, don't think you haven't been on my mind every step of the way. I just don't speak about things until it's time to speak about them, I guess. So I just turned, this was the other book. I know this is going on and on, but I have to complete this process for myself right now. The Power of Magic again, and I just turned to page 43. The Spirit World, so I'm just going to read what's on this page, and I'm cut. Oh, shit. Let's just do it, okay? Let's do this. Let's do it for me. Let's do it for life. Let's do it for all these feelings and this magical mystery ride. Fuck. Let's do it for love. It is often believed that fallen angels become demons, though, as we have seen, the names were originally interchangeable. It seems to have been the angelic doctor, St. Thomas Aquinas, who first used the word demon in a pejorative sense. Oh my God. Okay, just read through it. Then there's the matter of the saints, human beings who have often during their lifetime been credited with magical acts of healing, perhaps, perhaps explicable in modern terms, when healing arts are still practiced. An artist. When healing arts are still practiced, with an S. But also of levitation, or being in two places at once. And these are in relativity. Oh my God, I just think about relativity. These are in relatively recent times. Relativity. It is also believed that saints may be used as intermediaries, with God, and it may certainly be invoked and asked for help. Oh my gosh. Whether in such major matters as sickness or peril, or in minor matters such as finding lost articles. They clearly possess magical powers, though the term would probably not be used by the pious. And then it goes on to possession. The idea of the devil, in quotes, entering into someone was for centuries a standard explanation of unusual or unstable behavior. And since it was so easy for the devil to enter into a human soul, it was an acceptable explanation of the presence of evil. In Christian societies, devils in various guises were assumed to be used in particular to torment monks, which they did according to a careful battle plan, suiting the temptation to the age and temperament of the monk concerned. Elderly monks would be tempted by sloth, food, and drink, younger ones by sex. Sometimes the devils were simply instructed to make themselves a general nuisance. For example, St. Anthony's contemplations were interrupted by devils in the form of lions, bears, leopards, asps, scorpions, wolves. At least once he was physically assaulted by a pack of demons who left him senseless in the road. Saint Hilarion, oh my God, was troubled by noises from cattle, moo, babies crying and lions roaring. Other monks were disturbed by singing, whistling, even loud farting. It's a gas. And it's so good. A considerable difficulty in combating devils was that they could make themselves so small they were impossible to see and enter one's body in the air one breathed, especially through the nose. Interesting. Sometimes this made one sneeze. When it was important to have someone nearby to say, God bless you. In parentheses, perhaps we still breathe them in, calling them germs rather than demons. Hermes man. And then there's a picture and a little thing in italics, and it says, devils disported in the jet streams of the human sneeze, according to medieval sages. '43. I have all my life feared being as dramatic as I'm being right now, but I have got to honor how I feel, and it's astounding. What do you do? I don't want to play it cool. I'm already so cool, so I'm a dork. I know this about myself. But it is a little melodramatic, yeah. Because it's powerful. And I can't believe this. I'm going to be in this for a while. Derek, I'm going to be in what I just read for a while. Sometimes it's just so real when it sinks in on paper what you know. love you all. Oh, PJ Vincent, I want to be with you so badly right now and always. Just so badly. Just want to be home. Good night, my someone. Good night, my love.